Hi, this is Rachel Hurst from Lambda Alpha, and I'm here with Lambda Alpha member Dave Nielsen at Grady Shell at Jacobs Park to interview Dave on his career. Dave, can you tell us about your career, maybe even how long you've been a member of Lambda Alpha, and then tell us why we're here looking at the San Diego Convention Center. And finally, we want to hear about what you're doing in retirement to keep current in land economics and other topics of the day.
Thanks, Rachel. Thanks for having me, as a matter of fact. This is fun. My wife, Judy, and I moved here in January 1972. We were living in Puerto Rico at the time, and I was working for the planning board, the Junta de Planificación in San Juan. I successfully competed for a job with the Ford Foundation funded project at the county, looking at integrated regional environmental management. We were one of several jurisdictions around the country looking at possibilities to do a better job of managing land use and environmental. Out of that came the CEQA guidelines. CEQA, to the surprise of everyone, the state Supreme Court in 72 or 73 found that CEQA was required for private as well as public projects, which sent everyone into a turmoil. The county council in San Diego declared a moratorium on development, and I was assigned to figure all that out. So wrote the guidelines, got them approved, and then managed the CEQA process at the county for a number of years. Worked there 11 years. In 1983, was recruited by incoming Mayor Roger Hedgecock to join their staff as what's now called Senior Policy Advisor in the mayor's office. It had a long bureaucratic name at the time, but that's what it was. And my job, among other things, was to make sure the convention center was approved and constructed. And I spent most of my time doing that while he was still in the mayor's office.
So tell us more about your career after the city of San Diego. I know you were in private consulting business.
After the city, when Roger had to leave office, the manager asked me if I would stick around and fill an unclassified position to work on special projects, which I did for a time. And it was at that time that Gloria McCall, deputy mayor, was working with the Olympic Committee to see about doing a training center here in San Diego. And I staffed that group, and when they got their approvals, they asked if I would come and head it up for them, which I did. I was the executive vice president, put the staff together, and we went through the planning, approval, and construction process for the Olympic Training Center. A very interesting project, as you can imagine.
Dave, I've known you a long time, many years, but you're telling me things that I had no clue that you were involved with. So tell us about the convention center that's right behind you.
Yeah, when Roger ran for mayor, he was going to fill out the unexpired term of Pete Wilson, who had run for the U.S. Senate successfully. And he and his advisors put together a platform of three major projects. One was a new convention center. Second was a trolley, extend the trolley east, and annex the areas of Otay Mesa within the city's sphere of influence. And I was on the hook to do all those things for the mayor. Those were my three jobs. That was the sole responsibility I had. Pete, when he was mayor, had gotten approval by the council of a center in the Columbia redevelopment area. He had opposition, the council approved it, and some citizens went to the ballot and got the decision of the council overturned. So Roger had a wide open playing field to try this again, which he did. And they selected this site here. Interesting time, the port, this is port land obviously, the port had lots of cash reserves. And there's a constant fear for port districts who are creatures of the state that the state might take their money away from them. So we had $85 million sitting in the port's accounts. They wanted to spend it on a worthwhile project on port property. So we had kind of a convenience, a series of convenience, and it was a very interesting process with the port to negotiate that. We did take it to the voters on an advisory basis. I think we had felt that the opponents, the first time, had controlled the narrative. We wanted to control it this time, and we did through Roger, very articulate guy, as a matter of fact. Got it approved and did the design competition, which the port paid for. Arthur Erickson was the architect who was selected, and got through Coastal Commission and a very complicated set of business transactions.
And here's the result. Fabulous.
Yeah.
So finally, tell us what you're doing in retirement.
Okay. Reading the paper a lot, traveling a lot. We have 2 adult children, both of whom travel a great deal. I have a daughter who actually travels as part of work. She's lived in Africa for 2.5 years recently. We had to visit them. We have grandkids that we pay attention to. And so it's travel, symphony concerts around the world, as a matter of fact. Read the papers. I'm also on the board of a branch Y down the Mexican border, Borderview YMCA.
Fabulous. Well, hope to see you at a live Lambda Alpha event soon.
Okay.
And thanks for being here today.
Okay, Rachel, thank you.